I woke up to a notification. The exchange had suspended withdrawals. I had a significant amount of Bitcoin on there, and for the next 4 hours, I had no idea if it was gone. I'm Sats. This is episode 2 of I Learned This the Hard Way, and this one nearly cost me everything. Not because I was careless, because I trusted something I didn't fully understand. Here's how I ended up in that position. When I first bought Bitcoin, I bought it on an exchange. Easy to use, familiar interface, balance right there on screen. Every time I thought about moving it to my own wallet, I talked myself out of it. Why bother? It's a reputable platform. It's probably insured. It'll be fine. That logic feels solid, until it doesn't. Here's the thing most people don't realize until something goes wrong. When your Bitcoin is on an exchange, you don't actually own it. The exchange holds the private keys. You have an account balance. What you really have is a promise. They're telling you the Bitcoin is there, and they'll give it back when you ask. You're trusting them completely. Most of the time, that's fine. Legitimate platform, well run, no issues. Your balance reflects Bitcoin they actually hold, but not always. This is where FTX comes in. And if you haven't heard this story, pay attention. FTX was the second largest crypto exchange in the world. The founder was on magazine covers. He was testifying to Congress, donating to political campaigns. By every measure, one of the most credible people in the industry. Then, in about 72 hours, it collapsed. It turned out FTX had been secretly using customer funds to make risky bets through a sister company. When those bets failed and users tried to withdraw at the same time, there wasn't enough left to cover them. Billions in customer funds. Gone. Not from a hack, not from a crash. Because the people holding the keys had been using the money. The customers who lost everything had done nothing wrong. They trusted a platform that looked completely legitimate. That's when the phrase, "not your keys, not your coins," stopped feeling like a slogan. Now back to my situation. When I saw the withdrawal suspension notice, I logged in immediately. The balance was there on screen. But I couldn't touch it. The exchange was telling me my funds were safe. I had no way to verify that independently. I spent 4 hours refreshing news feeds, reading community threads, running numbers in my head. How much is at stake? What's the worst case? Who do I need to tell? 4 hours later, the announcement came. Liquidity issue resolved. Withdrawals resuming within 24 hours. My Bitcoin was safe. But here's what stayed with me. 3 people from a Bitcoin community I was in were on that same exchange. Their situation was different. Some got everything back, some got 60 cents on the dollar, some got nothing. The difference between my outcome and theirs wasn't skill, it wasn't research, it was luck. I was on a platform that survived, they weren't. Same logic, same trust, different result. That's not a risk management strategy, that's a coin flip. So here's what I did the moment withdrawals reopened. I moved everything off the exchange into a hardware wallet. Same day, not the weekend. Same day. And this is what I want you to take from this. Exchanges are not banks. Banks are regulated, audited, deposit insured. In the US, the FDIC covers up to $250,000 if a bank fails. Crypto exchanges have none of that. Some are well run, some aren't. And you cannot tell from the outside which is which. Sam Bankman-Fried fooled everyone. Not your keys, not your coins. It means exactly what it says. If someone else holds the private keys, they control the Bitcoin. You have a promise, not ownership. The fix is straightforward. Get a hardware wallet. Move your Bitcoin into it. A Trezor Safe 3 costs around $70. It takes an afternoon. And it's the difference between actually owning Bitcoin and hoping someone else is looking after it properly. You don't need to do this with small amounts while you're still learning. That's fine. But the moment the number on that screen represents something real to you, that's the signal. Don't wait for a withdrawal suspension notice to make you act. I learned this the hard way. You don't have to. All right, let's bring it together. Leaving Bitcoin on an exchange means trusting someone else with your private keys. You own a promise, not Bitcoin. FTX proved that even the most credible-looking platforms can collapse, and customers can lose everything through no fault of their own. The fix is a hardware wallet. Move your Bitcoin off the exchange into a wallet you control, not your keys, not your coins. I waited too long to learn that. 4 hours of not knowing was enough. If you haven't set up your own wallet yet, that's the most important thing you can do after watching this. The next video walks you through exactly how to do it, step by step, safely. Stack smart, stay curious, see you in the next stack.